Welcome back. Sabule XA right here on Cape Town TV, and we take you straight until 5 p.m. Right now, joining us on the yellow couches is members from AJ Foundation. Well, if you don't know what AJ Foundation is, it was actually established last year to provide opportunities for young people around Cape Town with tools through education, sports, and other various platforms. Doing amazing work. Pretty amazing work. Guys, welcome to XA. Second time on the show. First time on the show. In varsity we say freshers. Welcome to our show. Tell us a little bit about AJ Foundation.
Okay, fantastic. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the viewers. Thank you so much for having us on the show again. So the AJ Foundation, basically, like you said, it's a non-profit company that is focused on youth development and community upliftment. That is based out in Mitchells Plain, and it was established, or it was formed by myself, Cole Alexander, which is a professional footballer based in Johannesburg, and Linton Henry. So he's not present here this afternoon, but I think...
Spiritually, he is.
Yeah, he's right here. He's sitting next to me on the yellow couch, yeah. So yeah, that is what we do. We're based out in Mitchells Plain, and so we're doing a couple of projects on the Cape Flats in Cape Town. So yeah, that's what we do.
So since the last time you came here on the show, what new developments have taken place in the foundation?
Okay, so basically the last time you guys interviewed me, we were talking about the launch and the gala dinner that we were going to have in aid of the AJ Foundation. So since the last time we've been doing things, the gala dinner has happened, we had the red carpet events, and the lady that is seated there was dressed up, and so we had the gala dinner, and we also had the launch of the foundation, where we basically informed the public and the people what it is that we are doing and the projects that we do embark on when it comes to youth development and community upliftment. So that was fantastic. And so most of the developments that took place on our side basically happened internally as opposed to externally.
Yeah.
And for one of the core things that we focus on is that internally, to ensure that we have the foundation right. And for us, that's important as an organization. So once the foundation is right, you'll see the results coming from outside in terms of the work that we do. And so this year, we've just been focusing internally, getting the foundation right, getting the gala dinner, wearing the suits. Now that is done. The fancy work is done. And so now it's back to the hard work. And also focusing on the bursary fund for 2018, which we are excited to speak about this afternoon.
Tell us more about that, about the bursary fund that you guys have launched. And you guys focus on education as well. Tell us more about that, about the bursary fund. How does it take place? How does it happen?
Okay, so good afternoon, and thank you again from my side also for having us. So the bursary that we will be having is a 100% bursary.
Wow.
So it's valued at 40,000 Rand per annum.
Yeah.
Okay. It is available to any student that's residing in Cape Town.
We are students.
But the requirements will follow after this. But it's open to the Cape metropolitan area, and then also it's open to any field of study as well. Yeah, I think that's.
I think that's very important, opening it up to any field of study, because you find that with some disciplines, there are more bursaries, and for the other, for example, in the arts, there's not much of that. So what are the requirements?
Okay, so I think the first thing is you have to be residing within Cape Town.
Yeah.
Also, it's open to anybody who has the matric as their highest qualification. And then also to those who are currently in the process of acquiring the matric.
Yeah.
So it's available for those who are between the ages of 17 and 25 years old. Also for those who are academically strong.
Yeah.
But also those who have shown evidence that there is a financial need. Because obviously we're targeting the youth in that area.
I'm sure it's not easy launching a bursary fund. It's a lot of hard work. What made you guys decide to take that route?
Okay, and I think answering that question would be, I would refer back to what I just said in terms of us focusing more internally, because it's a lot of work that you have to do behind the scenes as opposed to doing stuff to be seen, you understand what I'm saying? So what basically motivated myself, Cole Alexander, Linton, and also Lauren, and all the other various people that's involved in the AJ Foundation, it goes without saying the state that our current country is in when it does come to education, you understand what I'm saying? And specifically us coming from the Mitchells Plain area, and I say this with a lot of respect, that it's one of the so-called communities on the Cape Flats that is the so-called impoverished areas, you understand what I'm saying? So coming from Mitchell's Plain, we know that education is very important. And so as a foundation, we want to place a lot of emphasis on that and also youth development and also the sporting things that we do. But coming back to the education, what inspired that was that a lot of our young people, we either don't finish school, we don't finish matric, we drop out and all that.
Yes.
And also when we do finish matric, that becomes like the end. That
Yeah.
becomes we've made it in life, and that's not what it's about. And most of the things that our young people allude to or they make mention of, they cannot go study, they cannot pursue further tertiary education because number one, our parents doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Or number two, there's no resources for us to study. And I think that for a very long time, for us as young people within Cape Town, I'm not limiting down to any community, has believed that. And I don't think that it's entirely true, you understand what I'm saying? Because there is resources for us as young people to tap into. And I don't think that anyone should be denied the access to education
Of course.
just because of finance being one
It
of the
shouldn't be a
barriers.
privilege. Education should be a privilege at all.
Yeah, so basically that is what inspired us, and we also, like the words of our late former president Nelson Mandela. He said that education is a powerful tool that we can use to change the world, and I mean that we as young people, specifically in Cape Town and even around the world, we have the power to drive or to take forward this country, but we can only do that if we firstly educate ourselves, and then be examples to those out there. So that is one of the things that drove us, yes, to have this bursary fund.
Amazing.
That's absolutely amazing. So now I know that you guys are a non-profit organization. Now, how do you get the funds?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of the funds or for various of the projects that we have carried out, and also with the bursary fund, is funds that comes from our own pockets at this point in time. And also what we do is we do have a pledge scheme and a pledge structure that we have in place at the foundation. And basically what we do, and that is what we spoke about at the launch that we had back in April. What we basically do is, if there's any people that wants to make an investment into education, not saying make an investment into the AJ Foundation, but into education, we're calling out to them to say, look, we have a pledge scheme where we have a 6, 12, or 18 or 24-month pledge scheme where you can basically anything from 100 rand and up donate it into the foundation, and that would go directly towards the bursary fund. So that is what we've been doing at the moment. And we would actually like at the end of the day to do more than one student, you understand?
Yeah.
That would be
Because,
amazing, actually.
Yeah, that's and with the same breath, I think it's a perfect question and the perfect time for me to say if there's anyone out there.
Exactly.
I mean, we would welcome the funding, you understand what I'm saying? But at the moment, we're sustaining ourselves. We are speaking to a couple of corporates and also looking to partner with some organizations which has a like-minded view or vision in terms of what the AJ Foundation wants to do.
You guys are definitely, you guys are definitely getting there. Where you going to sponsor more than 10 people per year? 40,000 says it 10
But
per
now,
year.
just quickly before we leave, we're running out of time. Where can people get a hold of you?
Okay, so all the information will be provided on our website, which is the ajfoundation.co.za. We'll also provide a link to the application form on our Facebook page, which is the AJ Foundation. Yeah.
Simple as that. The AJ Foundation.
Simply.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Keep on doing the amazing work that you're doing. And hopefully, Nati, one day we can also be contributors, right?
Contributing to our future leaders out there.
Exactly.
But right now, as I mentioned on the top of the show, Guti Mobile went out to spend some time with older Mulene high school learners.
Yes.
So right now, we're going to check out what really went down. Let's take a look at this. And when we come back, there's lots of interviews coming on the show to make sure you stick around.
I'm with one of the other grade 9 learners, Liam, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how are you doing?
I'm well, and you?
I'm good. So what have you learned from Le Career Day, Le Career Expo?
It showed me how to be decisive in what I should choose in life, and experience what other careers are about, and truly learn what art is in the career that I want to do.
And you guys are in the process of choosing the subjects, right?
Yes.
So what subjects have you chosen and what career path?
It's along the lines of civil,
Okay.
which I could break it down to architecture. It involves in art, but more of a civilized kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best, man, and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, we got more grade 9 learners. We gotta go and attend to.
So here in Cape Town, we're only focusing on your maritime industry. What we do, we give out bursaries to learners who are interested in studying careers that are transport related. So if you are interested in studying a career that's under maritime, we give bursaries. There are a lot of careers and occupations under maritime. We have also a taxi industry. Taxi, yes. So, no, you're not going to be a taxi driver. I can't send you to school and expect you to be a taxi driver, no. We've got a lot of occupations under taxi also. You're not going to be a taxi driver. We have human resources in taxi industry. You've got your finance officers, your taxi interest, your instructors under taxi industry. You're not going to be a taxi driver. So for more information, you can go to our table. In terms of bursaries, we offer bursaries and learnership also. We give out learnership. We fund companies to give out those learnership to people who are interested in learning.
Okay, so right about now, I'm standing next to Amy, who's also a grade 9 learner. So, Amy, how are you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. So tell me, what have you learned from this Career Expo today?
Well, it gave me more insight on what I would like to do, and it just made me realize how much effort you have to put in to become what you want to become.
And I know you guys are in the process of choosing subjects, if you haven't already. What subjects have you chosen, and in what career path?
I'm still deciding on mechanical and civil, so
Okay,
yeah.
but one last question. What advice do you have for other people, grade 8 learners actually, who will be choosing their subjects? And what do you think is so important to choose the right subject in high school?
Choose wisely.
Okay.
You never know what you might end up with or what you might want to do, but it's good to do your research and just choose.
Just choose. Okay, you heard it. Just choose wisely. But I got more learners to talk to, so let's get into it.
Of hard work. Who put their hand down as soon as I said hard work? Be honest. Alright. What I'm here to tell you about is the fact that, as you've heard from some of the institutions, there are requirements that you have to meet in order to look at a career you'd like to take on. And there is a lot of study that you need to do. So I'm here to tell you that our entry requirements at Sea Safety Training Group are slightly different in that we understand not everybody is going to excel at maths and science while they're at school.
Right now, I'm standing next to Samuel, who's a grade 9 learner. Now, you guys know the grade 9 learners are in the process of actually choosing their subjects. So, Samuel, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm good. So, how are you finding the expo today? What have you learned from the Career Expo today?
I found it really exciting about meeting people who are in those careers that I like. And I learned there's so much things out there, and it's not limitless. It's not limitless. And yeah, it makes me happy. It makes me want to learn more about it and achieve more.
And what subjects are you going to choose and what career choice, what career path are you choosing?
I'm going to choose math and science because I really like civil and I like building things. And that's really exciting for me. It's nice.
And I know grade 9 is also hard. I mean, you guys, there's a test that you guys write at the end of the year, right? I forgot. It's been a long time. So I just want to know what challenges have you been facing in the classroom, if there is any?
I really found it hard, especially with the maths and the science when they're telling us we have to do good in order for us to do pure maths. And I'm finding it hard, but I'm also trying to do my best because I really want to do that career. So
from us, from XA, we wish you all the best with your studies and your subject choices. Well, you heard it from the learners yourself from Oudtshoorn Academy. Choose wisely and work hard. From us on XA, we out. Wow.